kind of come out here to show you what will happen if you make these choices.
Lose the key.
No.
Just make me sweat it.
Most of the time they put these things on the back too.
Yeah.
Get them behind your back.
It's different seeing two ex-criminals you put these things on.
I tell you what, one time was for me was enough. I'll never. Okay. You can take that. I'll stick you. I think they're heavy too on the way.
Yeah. You have this every time. Take you anywhere.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna sit down with y'all if you don't mind. They're hard on mine.
I'll take them off.
Okay. I had to write it down because it goes way back and it's long. And I shortened it a lot for y'all. But it all starts with the choices we make right now here at your age. It makes a difference in your life and it will affect the rest of your life. Mine started back when I was
In high school.
12 years old until I was 15. I was molested by my father and not believed by my mother. And it really hurt. So I started going out smoking pot, acting promiscuous, just being a party girl to wipe all that out that was happening at home, that happened at home. I lived on railroad tracks. Well, social services picked up on me and put me in girls' juvie. Y'all know what juvie is, don't you? I got put in juvie and I was made to go to school there and I graduated 2 years early. Thought I knew it all. I got out 2 weeks later and got pregnant. My mom kicked me out of her home, made me get married to a man that I did not love. I slept with him one time and got pregnant. Stupid. So after we were married, maybe 6 months to a year, we got divorced immediately, and I started running the roads. Had 2 more kids out of wedlock by 2 different fathers. I started drinking real heavy, leaving my kids with a babysitter on the weekends, thinking, oh, it'd be all right. That's all right. But, you know, nothing's happening to them, but they were affected terribly. I was angry with them all the time, yelling at them. They were only babies. But I'd get home on the weekend on Sunday and sleep until Tuesday with my kids just running around the house, not eating. My daughter, 2 years old, making toast for the baby, you know. Things like that really hit home, but DFACS caught in on it when I got put in the hospital. I was dying of hepatitis B from the alcohol into my liver, and it shut down everything in my body, and I turned yellow. And all I remember is the chaplain coming in with my babies that were in foster care at the time because of it, just making me say goodbye to them, saying that I wasn't going to make it. They were fixing to put a feeding tube in. When I see my babies crying, I said, I can't do this no more. I can't do this. And I just started eating and throwing up because I needed to eat to get the nourishment in my body to fix my liver. Well, 2 weeks later, by the grace of God, I got out. And doctors told me I couldn't drink, not one more drink or it would kill me. I didn't listen. My kids were gone, and I had to just block it out somehow, so I started drinking again. Chancing it's like Russian roulette. So I started drinking again. And they signed on October 6th of 1995, I had to sign my kids over for adoption because they weren't coming home because I didn't comply with what DFACS wanted me to do. I just couldn't quit drinking. After I started, I couldn't stop. And even had a chance to get those kids back, but I didn't stop. So I started, I got on a Greyhound bus and moved down here to Georgia because my mom had moved down here. And I started, well, let's see, no, on March 20th, 1998, I was in a tornado here in Hall County. It was at F5. I saved a little girl named Heavenly. And I still was drinking a little bit, but it was the Lord's way of saying, wake up, what are you doing? I didn't think about it. Then October 3rd, my boyfriend died, same year. And now I was really mad at God. I mean, I hated him, and that's horrible to say now. But I hated it. I thought he was doing this to punish me for something. Then on December 17th, my mom died without any warning, without me able to say I was sorry or anything. Tell her I love her or tell me she loved me. So now I'm really, really mad at God. I hated it. I didn't want it in my life. I wanted it all gone. I started doing drugs, selling drugs, just to get my fix. I started shooting it because snorting it and smoking it wasn't doing it no more. So I blew out all my veins to the point I was trying to shoot at my toes, trying to shoot at my neck. Till one day a man that took me in when my mom died, a man named Harry, I call him Papa, sort of adopted me and tried to teach me right from wrong, and he took me in, and I just abused that privilege. I would sell dope out of his house. The man's unit, you all know who the man's unit is? The drug task force in Hall County would come in on me once a week and knew me by my first name. I knew them on a first name basis. They would trash the house going through it. That's Harry's house now, not mine. I didn't have any thought or care about him. So finally, this last time I got arrested here, I was facing 30 years for trafficking methamphetamine. And I had to make a choice. Straighten up, turning those people that I was getting dope from, straighten up, or go to jail for 30 years. And when you're faced with that, I don't care who you are or what kind of code of silence you have, you need to come off with it because you're going to do your 30 years. And if you're sitting there and these things, fighting for your life in jail, it's just as bad as fighting for it on the street. Well, since then, I met my husband after I got out of jail this last time, and I'm not going to get into all the times that I was in my room locked in, afraid to come out. I'm not going to get into that. But by the grace of God, I met my husband, who knew what I was going through and invited me up here on Thanksgiving of 2007. And I come up here and never went home because I liked who I was when I wasn't on that stuff. I liked not having to chase that dope. I liked church. I loved God. And I started going to church, got baptized, and put all the energy I had in selling dope into worshiping God and bringing others to Him that are in the darkness that I was in. And I don't think they can get out of it. That's who you need is God, because I couldn't have done it without Him. Now, by the grace of God, I started my own business, GLD Photography, and I do the website for the Stevens County Anti-Drug Coalition. I'm active in the drug marches. I go in and do jail ministry to save other women like me that want help. They can't get it, that got caught in it like I did. Just making that one choice to drown out the pain. It's not the way to go, because it just gets worse, and 10 more things happen, 10 more things happen. I've got 5 DUIs and wrecks where I've hurt people. And you've got to think about that the rest of your life, what you do to people. And it's going to affect you, so.
You know, what we're talking about today